Hachachot to the movie. Grizzly Man is a fascinating documentary about a man who lived for 13 summers among Alaskan grizzly bears before he and his girlfriend were killed and eaten by one in 2003. Written, directed, and narrated by acclaimed German director Werner Herzog, the film tells the story of Timothy Treadwell, who was 46 at the time of his death, and whose almost 100 hours of videotape that he shot of himself among the wildlife was used by Herzog to allow Treadwell to tell his own fascinating story. Early in the film, we see Treadwell with a huge grizzly in the background as he passionately talks about the bears and says those prophetic words, "I will die for them." The bears became so accustomed to Treadwell that we see him even touch one on the nose, as well as stroke one of the wild foxes around his camp like a family pet. For at least his last 2 summers, Treadwell was accompanied by Amy Huguenard, whom he had met in Boulder, but she was terrified of the bears and appears only twice in Treadwell's footage because he wanted to give the impression that he was living alone with the bears. We also see how Treadwell would do more than one take for the camera, sometimes calm and sometimes wild, and as the film progresses, he comes across as being more of a ranting, paranoid kook than a noble spirit. His own dialogue in Werner's interviews with family and friends also reveal Treadwell's eccentricities and deceptions. 2 interesting scenes are footage from Treadwell's 2001 appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman, and Treadwell's father talking about how Treadwell was destroyed when he auditioned for but failed to get the role on Cheers that went to Woody Harrelson. And Treadwell is still talking about dying for the bears on the last shot of his last tape just hours before his death, which itself was recorded, but because the lens cap was on the camera, there's only sound and no video. As for the bears, which can grow to be 850 pounds, they are shown to be beautiful, majestic, and huge, but we must not forget that they are also wild. Grizzly Man reconfirms how death is an everyday occurrence in nature with the unfortunate death of its own wild man. I'm Dan Culberson, and this is Hot Shots.